everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and stay tuned by clicking the bell icon. 9 EastEnders stories to come in 2024. EastEnders has continued to deliver some big moments this year, from Denise's psychosis to George's emotional storyline and some big relationship twists as well. As we look to the future, there's plenty more drama to expect as we head towards the spring. But what's next for Walford? Here we're recapping the biggest stories to come, all in one place. 1. Whitney's exit. Viewers know that the end is sadly very near for Whitney, as Shona McCarty is leaving the role after 15 years. A new story recently kicked off for Whitney when she illegally fostered Brittany, a neglected young girl they'd met while visiting Bianca Jackson in Milton Keynes. EastEnders is staying tight-lipped over the exact nature of Whitney's exit, but we are still rooting for a happy ending for the long-suffering character. However, given that there's been no word on Whitney's on-screen partner Zach bowing out with her, fans should maybe still prepare themselves for some heartbreak in Whitney's final chapter. 2. Yolanda's harrowing story continues. EastEnders recently kicked off a sexual harassment story between Yolanda and Pastor Clayton. Fans had been speculating about the pastor's larger purpose in the BBC soap since he was made a permanent character earlier this year, and this week's scenes have seen Yolanda challenge him for behaving inappropriately towards her. Yolanda is forced to apologize for her accusations against Pastor Clayton next week, but it seems highly unlikely this will be the end of the story. Yolanda's husband Patrick will return in upcoming scenes, while an early synopsis for an hour-long special airing on Wednesday, April 17, has also suggested that Yolanda's fundraiser will take a dark turn. 3. Nadine returns. EastEnders will be reintroducing Nadine Keller for another short stint over the spring. Digital Spy confirmed last week that Jazzy Phoenix had reprised her role as Nadine for upcoming scenes featuring Jay Brown. Nadine appeared in the show in September and October last year. While Jay was grieving for his late wife Lola, Jay formed a connection with Nadine because of her resemblance to Lola, and her return will turn his life upside down once again. A show insider told Digital Spy, Jay was in a dark place when he met Nadine, but things got even worse once they were involved. When Jay realized that he needed to sort his life out, he cut Nadine out, and they've not been in touch since. Why Nadine is back remains to be seen. 4. George faces more heartbreak. George's story has been one to watch since the start of the year, and sadly, spoilers have confirmed that there is more turmoil on the way for him. Next week's episodes will see George left with a lot to think about when his mum Gloria suffers a heart attack during Eddie's trial. While the aftermath of this is being kept under wraps, scenes airing later in April will see George struggling to contain his emotions again. This will leave his former wife Cindy desperate to help him, but could the growing closeness between the two of them spell disaster for George's marriage to Elaine? 4. Jay and Honey run the marathon. In addition to his dramas with Nadine, Jay will keeping busy over the coming weeks as he prepares to run the marathon with Honey Mitchell. Real-life footage of Jamie Borthwick and Emma Barton, who play Jay and Honey respectively, will be aired as they compete in the London Marathon in April. The pair will run the 26.2 miles to honor the legacy of brain tumor victims, including Jay's on-screen wife Lola. Viewers have already seen Jay and Honey begin their training for the marathon, and fans will be able to follow them around the streets of London on April 21. And there may be a few surprises in store as well. Jamie said, I'm really pleased to be taking part in the London Marathon. EastEnders is a London show, and as far as I'm aware, we've never shown it before on screen, so I'm really excited to be a part of it. Although I swore I would never run it again after the last time. Show boss Chris Crenshaw added, the London Marathon is a landmark occasion in the capital, and therefore we're thrilled to celebrate our city and offer our viewers a never-before-seen glimpse of the momentous day through the characters of Jay and Honey as they take part in the event. Lola's death had a profound effect on the residents of Walford, and this storyline will continue to follow her loved ones as they attempt to come to terms with her death and honor his return. Nish has been off-screen since his family all turned their back on him after finally seeing his true colors last month. However, the Penisser family and fans shouldn't rest too easily, as he's likely to make an unwelcome return at some point. Navin Chowdhury, who plays him, confirmed earlier in the year that there was a 6-month story arc planned for his sinister alter ego. We've been speaking with the execs and the writers about the journey over the next 6 months. He told The Sun, we all have our chats about what's going on, And when I had my chat about what's going to be happening with Nish, it's really what I wanted to hear. It's exciting the journey ahead, but we still have to film it, so let's see what happens. 6. Dean's comeuppance. He may have survived being the Christmas death victim, but Dean's time in Walford seemed inevitably doomed not to last right from the start. His story has recently taken a shocking turn when he started tampering with his daughter Jade's drug medication, before gaslighting Jean into believing she could have been to blame. Dean is currently planning his Walford exit and has, inexplicably, stolen money from Jade's charity fund to make this happen. Upcoming scenes will see the story take some further turns, but will Dean get his comeuppance, or will he bow out of Walford without paying for his many crimes? 7. Lucy Beale remembered. An hour-long episode airing later this month will see the Beales gather to remember Lucy on the 10th anniversary of her death. While EastEnders hasn't officially released the details of why this episode has been extended, this appears to be an editorial decision rather than a forced schedule change. 8. Kim's return. Kim is also currently off-screen, as Tameka Empson, who plays her, is on a break from the show. Kim bowed out alongside her partner Howie after he was offered the opportunity of a lifetime on a cruise. In real life, the pair's breaks are to facilitate separate projects they have been doing outside of their EastEnders commitments. Tameka is currently appearing in the Big Life musical at the Theatre Royal Stratford East. The Big Life is running until Saturday, March 30, meaning it's likely that Kim won't be back in Walford for a good few months yet. 9. Lauren and Peter reunited? They have been on and off again more times than we can count, but 2024 could be the year that all changes for Lauren and Peter. Lauren returned to Walford at the start of the year, leaving a smitten Peter hopeful that this could be their time, but it wasn't. "I think we all secretly hope they will," said Thomas Law, who plays Peter, to Inside Soap. "I think even Lauren wants that. I reckon it could play out better if there's a time where one of them needs each other, or maybe a relationship goes bad. If you just put them straight together now, then maybe it wouldn't be as exciting. I love working with Jacqueline Jossa, and she really is one of the biggest EastEnders fans. She tells me stuff I didn't even know." If you like the video, don't forget to like, comment, and share.